Alright, we're back. Let's go ahead and see how this turned out for us. Aye, 'twas a bit touch and go in places, Granchi, but here we are. And all of our bits still attached. This calls for a foaming flagon of... Hold on, ain't we missing someone? Didn't I tell you Tata to wait here for us? No fear, we've been keeping the girl company. Enough about her. Did you see the cannon on that ship? As you know, my dear Leofard, I'm not easily moved, but the sheer power on display set me all quiver. I hope you're content to admire it from afar. That vessel ain't for the likes of you or me. You don't presume to measure me by my own limitations. Besides, I believe I've shown how resourceful I can be. Strikes me daintily to the point. You have in possession a device capable of tracking the ghost ship. Hand it over, or your engineers shall suffer the consequences. Perfect, a compass pointing to the way of my just reward. A weapon like that belongs in the hands of one who with the will to use it. Come, lads, our business here is concluded. Sorry, Captain, they caught me off guard. Get a bang on your head or somewhat. The man I know would never give in to scum like her without a fight, unless... What'd you do to the compass? Ooh, me not. Besides slipping a link pearl into its casing. Like, haha. As long as Cordelia keeps it close, and you can be damn sure she will know exactly where them thieving bastards are planning. You wouldn't care to wager how long it'll take her to notice me little gift. That's very clever and all, but how are you proposing to stop her from getting her hands on the derelict and its big great cannon? Ain't worked that part out yet, but I suspect it's start with us keeping a close eye on the Talons. Before we get into any of that, though, I have some questions that need answering. We should know more of the Void Ark, this ghost ship, as you call it. The Void Ark, so that's its proper name. Aye, I'd like to hear whatever you care to tell us, Puss. I, for my part, am curious to hear your stories. Ere we continue, however, I must insist that you address me by my proper name, Cat Sith. I will not respond to Puss or Cat, and most so decidedly not furball. The tale begins long ago in the city of Mach, which once stood in the lands of Yafurum. Sources of Mach were masters of destructive magics, and they brought their terrible power to bear against Undapor and Nim in the War of the Magi. The Titanic forces that unleashed, however, took a heavy toll upon the land, ultimately resulting in a colossal flood that drowned the realm of Iraziel, a catastrophe which my master, High Void Mage Khazar, was wise enough to foresee. Wait, Colossal Flood? Are you talking about the Sixth Umbral Calamity? I suppose you would notice such. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. When we learned the fate that awaited them, the Machi Magi began construction of a gargantuan vessel that would bear their people to the skies and to safety. Operation of the Void Ark, as the ship came to be called, was entrusted to Khazar. Prior to that, of course, my master had been a prisoner in her own home, confined for her outspoken opposition to the war. So the Ark was actually meant as a sanctuary. Then how did it become so, I mean, what happened to all your people? Where did all the Void Scent come from? By what power do you imagine such a magical craft remains aloft? The energy required to raise the Ark was siphoned from over 1,000 otherworldly servants sealed within the vessel. Advances in Machi sorcery was made for one reason and one reason only. Cataclysmic destructive power, and with this the most dangerous method of acquiring that power was through the enslavement of Void Scent entities. The creatures in the derelict, they broke free from your master's control. At the very heart of the Ark, the Voice Mages are entombed a great ruler of the Voicent, Sathak, the Shadow Queen. In order to control this appointed prisoner, a mage of adamant will was required, and being Mock's permanent sorcerer, Khazar was deemed best qualified, where otherwise Master may have never been released from her own imprisonment. Yet even with Khazar's peerless skill, the Shadow Queen could not long be subjugated. One after another, the lesser Voidsent awoke and ran rampant within the ship. In the end, Khazar and the 53 Void Mages aboard the Ark sacrificed their own life energies to return the fiends to their coffins, leaving me, a lowly familiar, to watch over a derelict prison. If I remember me, Umbra Air is right. The stuff you described happened more than 1,500 years past, which is good well by anyone's measure. Since everyone's thinking to have been quiet on board your boat till just recently, I'm thinking somewhat unusual must have happened to wake the inmates up. Am I warm? One day a Voidsent had taken the shape of a bat, flew into the ship. First it was little more than a nuisance I brushed away, but the longer it remained on the Ark, the stronger it seemed to become. Eventually I could not contend with its power, and it began shattering seal after seal. But he looked upon the true form of this fiend as he broke the chains holding Queen's coffin. He only assumed that he was one of Zagthad's subjects, intent on bringing about her return. That explains that, then, except for one small detail, namely where the Queen's coffin went. After it fell the ship's belly, I'm assuming it didn't just disappear, right? You recall the great rift that the Ark's cannon ripped in the sky. That was a void gate. Such a portal opens a temporary path through the void, allowing the ship to travel almost instantaneously from one location to another. The Voidsent, as you saw, only opened a gate large enough to displace the coffin. As for the coffin's destination, however, that is as much a mystery to me as it is to you. I beseech you, conquerors of the Ark, help me find the Queen's coffin ere the wars bounding Sahak also be dispelled. So it's me like an adventure. Who knows what about ancient Makai treasures we might stumble along the way. Gods know they'd be making a change from all those Allegan tombstones we've been collecting. I will help you. I'm not risking me hiding for the sake of the realm, you understand, but I'll be banned if you let Red Daylight or that bat-winged bastard take the freedom of the skies from me. You care only for how you might be inconvenienced. If the Shadow Queen were to return, it'd be dire consequences for this entire star. Count your blessings, Furball. I said we'd help, didn't I? Before we go rushing off in search of that coffin, though, there's preparations to be made. You may as well get back to your usual heroic employment. Now, I'll let you know when it's time to round up your mates again. Which should be fairly soon, I imagine. Time is nigh, my dear Talons. Soon we shall seize control of the ghost ship and all its power. Rule the skies from here to the ends of the world. That's complete. Alrighty. The next one's right in front of us. Alright, I was about to fly out to Ishgard and track you down. Remember Cat Sith, the Makai familiar? We've been working with him on a plan to find Diablos in the Queen's coffin. There have been Voidsent sightings from pirates all over, so we know that bat-winged bugger is hiding someplace in the sky. We just don't know exactly where. As far as going out pinpointing location, Leofard and the Feline are bickering over just exactly how. That's where you come in. I think if you spare a moment or two, we could use a third opinion to break the stalemate. Besides all that, Leofard's eager to have another hand to help in the search, so come over to Parak as soon as you're able to. You know the way from here, don't you? Oh, they actually let us go here this time. Thanks for coming. The captain and the cat are inside, still having their discussion. Talk to Leofard, will you? Before I strangle the both of them. If you're here to ask about the Queen's coffin, then you best turn around and walk straight out again. This aggravating furball turned my mood sour as month-old goat milk. Leofard, Naren's come all the way to help us at your request, I might add. She deserves to hear where we stand on the search at least. This search has given me ulcers, is that what it is? By all reports, Dalbo is lurking somewhere in the heavens, building up his forces, but the sky is a vast dome. The size of the ocean is deep, and we're not the parts to scour every damn floating rock. That's why I tried my luck on Verdelia. You remember her, don't you? Captain of the Talons, blonde hair, one eye, stole our bloody compass? I've been eavesdropping with that link pearl slipped into the case, hoping to catch something useful, but all I've heard from her and her starry crew is snoring, grumbling, and japes about the Archbishop's holy nethers. In the end, it seems we've no choice but to do this the hard way, but a certain meowing annoyance refuses to acknowledge the truth of it. Cannot possibly hope to investigate the entire sky for this meager handful of ne'er-do-wells. I find my suggestion to seek aid from your fellow pirate kings a perfectly reasonable one under the circumstances. As to it, you mangy alley cat, you're not the faintest idea of how sky pirates operate. Best case scenario would be lock into a deal to hand over any treasure we find. That's assuming we weren't laughed out of the room to begin with. Cannot assume that every man and woman shares your base morality. If we were but to make the attempt, I'm sure we could convince some few of the nobility of our cause. And so it goes, round and round. Knowing pirates as I do, I find myself siding with the captain on this. What have you, Narn? Any thoughts on the matter? I don't know, it might be... Probably find some other people, maybe. Wait, you're signing with the furball? Would have thought you learned a thing or two about sky pirates by now. However we tackle things, though, we have a long road ahead of us. I'll see if I can't think of another way to shorten it. Might as well head back to your adventures, Narn, unless you're willing to lend us your experience in another matter, that is. Utata, our chief engineer, has been mumbling about the Void Ark and cursing under her breath for days. Might be as you can provide some insight into her dilemma. She's conducting her research in the Sea of Clouds, yes? I should rather discuss the properties of the Void Ark than continue with this fruitless debate. I shall see you down there, Narn. The Gauntlet. I'm not sure exactly where that would be. Oh, apparently back at the Sea of Clouds. How did I get down there again? I guess it's here, actually. I don't know. Ah, Griffin. Oh, that's actually going to definitely attack me if I go near it. Would have needed to fly anyway, so... Still discovering locations out here. I'm surprised. What troubles you, Mistress Utada? You're told that some matter regarding the Void Ark was causing you no small measure of grief. Mrs. Utada, what are you... I feel so much better now. My apologies, Cat Sith. You have the misfortune of entering my field of view just as I felt intense desire to squeeze something warm and furry. Sustainable Echo Compass. I made another one, you see, identical in all respects to the first compass that Redia stole. But look, it points in a completely different direction to where the Void Ark should currently be. I don't understand what I did wrong. I used the same plans, the same parts. Imagine that would be infuriating. Are you sure there's no flaws in the design or materials? Positive. Tweak can just replace every single piece, but it refuses to function as intended. I'm on the verge of tossing the blasted thing over the edge. What do you make of this, Nara? Maybe something's changed with the Void Ark. Yes, I'm inclined to agree. Judging by your previous work, it seems unlikely the compass itself is defective. We must consider other factors. Might you explain to us the principle of which the Echo Compass tracks the Void Ark? It all comes down to etheric signature. I discovered the Void Ark is encompassed by the energy of rather peculiar composition, so I simply tune the compass to follow its unique trail. Energy of peculiar composition, you say? Of course, the Ark was repelled by the siphon energies of Void Scent. It could be that compass was tracking not the vessel itself, but either of the entities imprisoned within. That would certainly explain why the compass now points in a different direction than one would expect. After all, Diablos and the Shadow Queen are no longer aboard the Ark. You implying that if we plotted a course based on the readings from the Echo Compass, we'd arrive on the demon's doorstep, so to speak. Just so, Mrs. Utada. Assuming my theory is correct, we no longer require outside assistance to pursue our elusive query. Stacia, what perfect timing. You won't believe the wonderful discovery you just... Talent airships have been spawned en route to our nest. It's revenge they're looking for. We best head back and make ready for them. Truce for Bebel. We need your help to save Captain Regalia. You're one of Verdelia's favorites. You threatened my crew, steal our compass, and now you come crawling to me for help. What kind of unholy mess have your Cretans stumbled into? Oh, we took your damn compass, but we didn't show us the ghost ship. We ended up on some moldy old ruins, lousy of void scent. Before we knew it, it was some sort of spider demon was knocking our ships out of the sky. The two of us managed to pull away, but we saw what happened to them as they got caught on the ground. The captain survived the massacre. She stuck there for her flings to fly out again. Why don't you give that link pearl a listen, Captain? Might as well learn if Regalia is alive or dead, at least. I had so much buzzing. Can't hear a blasted wind. I'm getting some words. They're after a Maki artifact. Damn demons are searching. Hide. And then a bunch of screaming. Seems Regalia is still kicking for now, but who knows for how long. Those screams were an act, then consider me fooled. I don't think the towns are laying a trap here. I have a half a mind to leave Regalia to her fate, but I've never turned my back on an adventure, especially when the scent of treasures in the area, eh? Now tell me where you found these ruins. You'll help us then. You're a good man, Red Bill. We left the captain in the year from Saltmoor, just northwest of Mordona. In XIV, you say? Then it must speak of the ruined shell of Mach itself. If I showed her his black heart, could they be after the Nullstone? What's that, puss? Do you think you know where these fiends are after? Ready, Tata. See that his talons are patched up, then have the Rome ready to fly. And don't spare the oil, you know I love to hear her purr. Nara and Stacia, bring the furball to my quarters, and we'll have ourselves a chat about our impending trip to Old Mach. Let's see here. Guess I can get rid of this party now since she just logged off. Right, Furball, let's hear about this artifact Diablos is looking for. If I'm to speak of the Nullstone, then I must first explain the method by which Maki sorcerers bind the Void Scent into service. The more powerful the Void Scent, the more difficult it is to manifest its presence in this world. Their own immense strength weighs them down like an anchor, you see, preventing them from breaking the surface of our dimension. That is why they cooperate with mortal sorcerers. The mage can provide a suitable vessel for the summoning, or rip a large enough hole in the fabric of reality for the entity itself to step through. Let me guess, the mage forces the Void Scent to agree to a pact in return for the invitation to our world. That's correct, but it would be foolhardy to expect such devious and malevolent creatures to abide by the spirit of even the most carefully worded contract. Thus did the Maki Magi construct an occult device that would more securely bind the Void Scent to the will, a safeguard source, that to the best of my knowledge lies entombed within the remnants of the ancient city. The Nullstone was last seen as the last resort. Should a Void Scent break its pact and turn on its summoner, the mage could use the relic to disperse the very essence of even the most potent entity, obliterating it completely. I can't see the royals of the Void taking too kindly to threats like that. It seems those sorcerers were just as ruthless as the monsters they summoned. When it came to the glory of Mach, the ends justified the means. In any case, we can be certain that Diablo seeks to secure the Nullstone before it falls into mortal hands, and thereby ensure that Sathiath will reign unopposed. Alright, so we know where the fiends are after, but what I don't understand is why such a valuable relic was left behind when the mages knew a colossal flood was on the way. Its value is the very reason they chose not to risk its relocation. The old stone was kept within a structure constructed for the purpose, secured behind powerful wards, and protected by deadly guardians. With the rising of the waters, they reasoned that the artifact could be sunk along the city, far beyond the reach of the most vengeful Voidsent. Now that Yarfram is more swamp than sea, the demons only have the wards and guardians to deal with. And I doubt they'd be wasting their time down in there in the mud if they didn't have some trick to break through the wards. Alright, this has become a race to see who can nab the treasure first, which is just the sort of contest the Sky Pirate lives for. So we slip into the ruins, pinch the relic, and then rescue Rudelia right under the fiend's noses. I suppose we could save her while we're poking for the loot. I'll grab the new compass from Mitata, so we know where we're going. Check your weapons, pack your small clothes, and meet me by the landing when you're ready to fly. We'll fly directly to Yalfar from here. Once we arrive, you forge ahead of your band of adventurers as you did on the Ark, Narn. Just keep slicing into the depths until you reach the millstone. We don't want to risk getting knocked out of the sky like Talon, so we better land a little ways out from the ruins and head on foot. The furball says he knows the place well enough to guide you, so me and the Red Bills will follow behind on rescue duty. We concentrate on smashing a path through the artifact. We'll check the nook and crannies for Rudelia and her crew. Don't let your guard down once you reach the ruins, though, eh? There's likely golems and such there that'll be worse than the fiends outside. We won't want our hero losing her head now, would we? And now we have access to the second Alliance raid. Weeping City of Mach. So next time we will go ahead and work on that, and hopefully have a little bit better of an idea of what we're doing than what we did with the Avoid Arc in any case, so I'll see you guys then.